Yeah, well, that's the big question. I mean, everyone's been doing POCs and pilots quite happily, rubbing along, throwing mud at the wall and see what sticks. So there's a bit of a transition in that from a lot of experiments into scaling up now. We're seeing things going into production, but the big problems that people are coming up against, well, initially everyone thought it was all around governance, right? I think that's still a problem, has to be solved. That means responsible AI, it means making sure that there aren't biases in your responses, it means making sure you don't say something that's going to upset the public and kill your share price overnight. So those kind of things are still important. But actually, technically what people are struggling with is latency and cost. And there's latency in some of the larger models can be as much as 12 seconds. Well, you imagine a customer hanging around for 12 seconds for a response. It's not going to happen, is it? So, and there's also a big cost involved in using these very large language models. And it's also often an unknown cost. So you're kind of wandering in and not knowing what the constraints are going to be. So I think where people are turning to experiment and test, you'll see more and more of this, is the smaller language models. So people are building their own, they're having proprietary data on them that solve particular industry or vertical problems, or even solve their own specific problems. And in that way they can operate much more effectively, much faster. Yes, it's not got the capabilities of a full open LLM model, but you don't actually need that in every case. And that's maybe where people have been stuck a little.